Welcome to the Entertainment Insiders official podcast with your hosts, the Big C and the Big O.
Hey guys, welcome to the Entertainment Insiders, your go-to place for reviews and all things entertainment. Today we're bringing to you the only Spider-Man Homecoming review you should listen to on YouTube or otherwise. And we're going to break into it. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can and more. Tom Holland absolutely killed it, put all my doubts of the movie to waste. Tell me about Tom Holland there, Big O.
Tom Holland, the 19-year-old phenom. The kid is new on the movie scene. You've seen him in Captain America Civil War. He stole the show there, and he keeps the show in this new showing. I mean, the kid was spectacular, no pun intended. His acting through and through was amazing. I must say it was amazing. He kept me interested the entire time. He really embodied Peter Parker. I felt like Tobey Maguire was too soft in his attempt at it. I think he did it was a valiant effort on Tobey Maguire's part, but I think he was too soft, and I think Andrew Garfield was too, I don't know, they try to modernize him too much.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield was too modernized.
Yeah.
They tried to make like a punk skater Peter Parker. I don't know, I didn't like that Peter Parker at all, but this Peter Parker was the best we've seen on film. Some people might argue with the Spider-Man, but this is a brand new Spider-Man. He don't know his powers. And he's a kid. You know, Tobey Maguire's was more matured.
Yeah, like fresh out of high school going into college. This one was a sophomore, I believe.
Yeah, so he was really young, and he's coming into his powers, and the character growth through the film. That phenomenal. That's part of the movie.
That was the best part, being that there was so much character development. Then you had Iron Man there to kind of guide him along the way, which was, I mean, it was perfect.
He filled that role well. I was worried about they would show him too much, or his presence wouldn't be even worth having, but he led a little, you know, he kind of led him, kind of guided him through the movie little ways, taught him a good lesson that he needed to learn.
Downey definitely did his thing in this movie.
He did.
And then, you know, being that he didn't have really a great relationship with his father, the character, Robert Iron Man, he did he's trying to do that for the Peter Parker character, which I think did fairly well. What do you think about the support cast? What do you think about that?
Support cast, I think it was better than the Amazing Spider-Mans. The Amazing Spider-Mans were the two worst Spider-Mans to me. I mean, right there with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3. Support cast, it was as mediocre as mediocrity gets to me. Nobody stood out to me. Kevin Costner, I'm sorry, he didn't stand out to me at all as the Vulture, as a villain at all.
Michael Keaton.
Kevin Costner. What was I thinking about Kevin Costner? Yeah, Michael Keaton.
80s icons.
He didn't stand out to me. Robert Downey did his thing. Parker's sidekicks, I didn't really care for him too much.
I like Michael Keaton's attempt at the Vulture, going from DC to Marvel. You know, I like his attempt. I like the children. You know, along with Peter's character. I think we're okay. The best friend was a little annoying, and I think that they tried to push his character to be a little too funny, whereas it was just a little too much sometimes. But I think they did. Scale 1 to 10, I grade them probably a 7 on the support scale. They were fine to me.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit more mediocre to me, but it's still enjoyable. It don't take away from the movie too much.
Michael Keaton was awesome to me. I'm sorry.
Michael Keaton was not awesome.
Okay. All right. Story-wise, what do you think about the story, Big C?
The story, it progressed nicely. I mean, I didn't really care for the overall plot, but the character growth and development through the movie of Peter Parker and Spider-Man himself was so great that it overshadowed everything else. It really did. I mean, he stole the show. I don't say that very often about many movies, but the kid really stole the show. Every scene he was in, he just made pop.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like one of these movies that I think is going to stand the test of time. Like, you can go back and watch the original Superman with, what's his name? The original Superman from the 1970s.
He was trash, man.
No, he was not. That was an awesome movie. That was an awesome movie. Anyway, I think it's going to stand I can still watch that movie the whole way through and love it. And I think this movie is going to stand the test of time and do the same thing for, you know, coming generations. You know?
It will hold up well.
Yeah.
It will hold up well. And it's definitely an instant buy when it comes out on DVD as well.
I agree. I'm going to buy that the very first day it comes out, definitely.
What do you think about Spider-Man's suit? That's definitely worth mentioning in this review because it plays a big role into the Avengers and Iron Man and all that stuff.
There was actually 3 suits in this movie. Which one are you talking about?
I'm not talking about his garbage bag suit.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the main suit he rocked throughout the movie.
The main suit was amazing. It was a throwback to the 1960s.
Yeah.
And I think it was great. It was great.
I love how he had his own version of Jarvis in his suit. You know, he's got his training wheel program taken off. And he's learning all these different powers. His Karen, his Jarvis.
Yeah, Karen was awesome.
Yeah,
y'all will definitely
it was great. Y'all will enjoy this movie.
Yeah. Overall, then you have, you know, to me, I think there was a lot of iconic parts in this movie. You know, the Vulture was the second villain Spider-Man has ever faced, if you go way back into his history. So it was good to have the Vulture there, to me, because it signifies the start of the character. Then you have, you know, with the addition of the Shocker there, another iconic Spider-Man villain who really sucks, but he's always been there for the character, you know, to kind of test his skills again.
But it is a good start point for him.
It
as
is.
far as above a normal man with just normal abilities. So that is a good start point for him.
So
overview, what would you, if you had to rate it out of 1 to 10, what would you say?
I would say as the movie as a whole, I would say an 8.5. But being that they added the scene, this one iconic scene from the 1966 comic that I'm not gonna spoil for major Spider-Man fans, you know, it really shows the growth of the character and him overcoming himself, which is the main theme of the movie. I'll give the movie a 9. Just strictly, and the only reason I don't say a 10 is because of what the movie could be in the future.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
What about you?
For me, my score is a little lower, but it has potential. And the reason my score is lower is because I'm really tough on the villains in these movies, because I feel like they play such a part with the main hero and what he's got to go against, the adversity he's got to face. And I just did not feel the Vulture whatsoever. So I'm sitting at about a 7.5. But I can see a justifiable 9. I can see that all day.
And I can see.
And I would never say that it really deserves 7.5. It might deserve higher, but for me, it's just that villain just took away from it, for me personally. But go see this movie, guys. You will enjoy it. I promise you that.
The whole family. Well, this has been the Entertainment Insiders, and this is our Spider-Man Homecoming review. Thank you for listening. Catch us next time. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Later, guys.